This is Fat Kings Friday for August 22nd. I'm Phil Olson.
I'm Tyrone.
Welcome to the show.
It's Diva Night.
It is Diva Night.
So
In
tonight we
typical
got the...
Fat Kings fashion, we've surrounded ourselves by unavailable pretty women. That's pretty much
That's right.
how we roll.
That's how it works. That's how you do. That's how we do's. So, Bariatric Diva. So, is it Alicia or Alicia?
Alicia.
It's Alicia. Got it.
I just said Alicia.
So we got Alicia.
I go with my beautiful Alicia though.
Oh, okay. We got Alicia. We got Rachel.
Go ahead. Go by Rachel.
We have
Kristen and
Hennifer. Remember Jesus? Hennifer.
Jesus.
No, missed the Jesus comment earlier.
It's Jesus. That's sweet baby Jesus. So why don't you guys now? Let's start with Raquel or Rachel. Rachel, as I like to call her, because she's an unknown, right? She doesn't do any videos. So what's up? What's your story? How you doing? So what's your story? So tell us what surgery you had and how much have you lost and what's your bra size? You know.
I'll tell you everything.
Okay.
Lap band in 2008, and I was revised to gastric bypass in 2012, and then in 2014 I had revision again for the gastric bypass. So far, probably in a total from lap band to now, it's probably been about 100 pounds, but from just the gastric bypass, it's probably been about 70 pounds.
So you had the lap band, then you had the sleeve, then you had gastric bypass?
No, I had a lap band, then I had gastric bypass, but because of complications with the lap band, I had to go back in and get revision on my on the gastric bypass again. I had to go back in and do the procedure again, cut more stomach, and or
somebody else just had that. Another Jennifer. What's her name? Jennifer.
No.
Ash.
Oh no, she.
Yeah.
No, she was. Wait, the one from Michigan.
I don't know where she's from.
She had gastric bypass, and then she went in and got
a revision
as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She had a similar thing.
Yeah, but she wasn't banded.
No, but I'm saying she had like a double gastric.
Mm-hmm. So if you're not losing, you have to talk to your doctor, and your doctor can order some, additional tests to get tested and see that everything's okay in there. And if it's not, then you'll go back into the knife.
So they have some way. I don't remember where it's at. I want to say Germany, perhaps, but they have a machine now where they can do a picture or a scan and actually see how big your pouch is. Like they can tell volume and all that. Because a lot of people think the pouch test, which is not an actual thing, but yeah. So there's a factoid. All right, Christina, why don't you tell us about you?
I had RNY in 2012 because of diabetes. So I've lost about 52 pounds overall, and I'm about 25 months out, I think. So 2 years and a month.
You had it because you had diabetes, not because you were fat?
Well, I mean, I was overweight, but I wasn't, I was right on the border of 35, my BMI. So I had to provide just a gazillion years of medical records and stuff. But he said because my two brothers died and my dad was blind and had a heart attack and a stroke and everything, that he would do it, because if he didn't do it now, then I would be back in 2 or 3 years, and he would see me 60 or 70 pounds, heavier, with more problems. So he just said, yeah, I'll do this for you.
Very good. Alicia?
Well, I was 560 pounds. That was my highest weight, and I was actually, for over 10 years, I lived as over a 500-pound person, and it was really, really difficult. I prayed every night that I would not wake up the next day, and
prayer doesn't work, so you did wake up every day.
I did. I'm still here, and still, yeah. And I had my gastric bypass last year on June 5th, and I am currently 390 pounds. No longer have diabetes. I can walk. I can, do everything, the things that I never thought I could do. And my personality has come out, the person that I knew I am. And I don't know, I guess to some people I would be an asshole, but, whatever. I am who
You're
I
in good
am.
company then.
I know. I just, I have to say this, that I absolutely adore TJ because, he always comments to my stuff on Facebook, and he says things that people would not even mention or put, and I get a laugh out of it. I think it's funny, I've had people tell me that I shouldn't say certain things or shouldn't talk a certain way on Facebook, and, well, I pretty much tell them where they can go. Because
Yeah, no, you
my
can't.
Facebook, whatever. I don't care.
TJ gets another win.
I know. Yeah. All right, and then Miss Bleacher.
I had the VSG on December 30th, 2013, and I'm almost 8 months out, and I've lost 110 pounds.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna be fucking Phil. What's going on, man?
I had a VSG about. I don't know what's going on. I'm just letting them talk. I'm trying to.
No. Okay, so you guys are gonna be doing the Bariatric Diva show, right? September 7th. Okay.
That's the debut show.
The debut show. So what's it all about? I'll let whoever answer that. What's it all about?
Christina, do you want to start?
No, you can. Okay.
Well, do you want me to talk
What the
about?
fuck? Hey, you know what? I talked to these girls before.
Right.
Christina talk non-stop, and now all of a sudden she's on here and she's like,
I know.
No, you go ahead.
You can't just say anyone who can answer. You have to
Go ahead.
ask a specific person.
All right, I'll start.
Okay.
I was just thinking, watching the Renew show and watching the forum and watching you guys, that there hasn't been a female panel show, about, and there wasn't, I approached Raquel and Alicia because we noticed that there wasn't a lot of R&Y, people out there talking about this surgery and stuff. And then by bringing Jen in, we just learned that there isn't really a lot of difference in, the deficiency, or like a lot of the, your daily, everything you need to do, except for that we may be a little bit more deficient, because we had our intestines rearranged or whatever. So, I just wanted to bring something new, with the idea, and talk to the girls and bring Jen in as an opposite side, to talk about the differences and stuff, and then, just bring fun topics along with it, and just try to get us, something new out there, talk to each other and take questions just like you guys do. And, for the newbies, for the I call them the preemies, but, for all the people that are, for all the people that are looking into the surgery, and some people that are, early post-op. And I mean, I'm over 2 years, and Jen is just approaching a year, and Raquel has had, lap band too, and then Alicia had, everybody has a different perspective. So that's
Excuse me, it's Alicia, not Alicia.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, sorry. So how we started the concept, and then, of course, everybody was able to talk about what they wanted and how to make the vision come live. So that's how we started. Okay, Jen, you can take over.
Well, I think it was interesting when I was brought on, the three of you, already had the three of you set up. I mean, you and I had talked for a couple months prior to that, but so I think the original concept besides R&Y was that you all share like a similar heritage, right? Or am I wrong about that?
Heritage?
Yeah, am I totally wrong? I thought that you wanted.
They're all Mexicans?
And then you brought me on, and then we had to change the whole thing.
We gotta have a token cracker on the panel.
The token white girl.
There is a rule. There's an Equal Opportunities Act. I don't know if you've heard of it, but
Token white girl.
That's why Phil's on Fact News.
that's right. I have to be on here by law. I mean, because I'm the minority. So
Yeah.
it seems like that there's actually a pretty strong Hispanic community, like a Hispanic
It's our upbringing.
Inside the weight loss community.
Yes,
For sure.
what Phil said.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just people that we associate with or what, but yeah, no, there's a lot of. I mean, Mama Rose, then all the girls here, well, other than Jennifer. Anyway, there's a lot of.
Jen has some Latin fire in her. I know she does.
You better tell David about that because he's not going to be happy. That's all.
David looks like Middle Eastern to me.
He's Jewish.
Well,
He's
that's kind of Middle Eastern,
He's
right?
a Russian Jew. I know. I always tell him he's a Jewish Jesus. He looks like Jesus to me.
Jesus was Jewish.
I know, right? I
Yeah, it's the same.
Jesus would have looked like you.
I don't care what David is. He worked on Star Wars projects, so he can do no wrong at this point. So.
Well, he's not Jewish he's not religious at all. He's
By heritage, man.
Yeah, he's by heritage. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't keep coming up with all the questions, man. Phil, you got to jump in.
You gave me like 10 minutes notice that these guys were going to actually make it. So.
Yeah, but
So are there any particular topics that you guys are going to try and cover specifically for your first show? Anything that without covering it here because I don't want to steal all your thunder, but
Let me just put this out there. You know, Christina's thing was to have kind of a she if you watch her, she's really into shoes. She has I don't even know how many shoes. Let's just put it out there. Christina loves her shoes, and she loves Sex in the City.
As the person that has a shoe on her wall back there, that's so funny.
That's my only high heel shoe, I'm telling you. But yeah, she loves her shoes, and I think that's wonderful. And you know, she loves Sex in the City. I've never personally watched a show, which I know I get a lot of oh my gosh, but so that was her whole concept. Like that was part of the concept. She wanted to really talk about fashion.
I thought she just wanted to talk about shoes.
just
Shoes
shoes.
and shirts.
Just shoes.
No.
The bariatric shoe divas.
The bariatric shoe.
When we were
Think about as you
talking
lose
about,
weight when it comes to shoes.
when we were talking about the concept of the show, we were discussing we would like to have guests on and have people share their stories and ask questions just like the Fat Kings do, because I don't know if you know this, but I'm a huge Fat Kings fan.
I did. I saw you get weepy whenever we stopped.
It stopped for the season. Yeah.
Oh my God! I know. I was so upset. And the night that you guys had Booch and Sarah on, and like there was the wrong link. That was a really bad night in my house. It was bad. I'll have to have David tell about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think this requires a hangout with David. I think this is a good story.
That was a bad night. But anyways, okay, so that was kind of the idea, but we wanted to talk about all the fun things that we as women get to do after you lose a ton of weight, like enjoy things like high-heeled shoes and fashionable clothing, and just enjoy being a woman, which is, like, even though when I was heavier I still tried to do those things, I think I was fooling myself and thinking that I looked okay. And so that was part of the whole show idea. We don't want to just have, we want to have guests, but we don't want to just have that. We also want to have other topics that women are interested in, like shoes and clothes. And, and of course, we're going to talk about nutrition and food because that's a big part of our journeys and adventures and just all that stuff.
So it's a chick show.
Yeah, well, not so much that.
We definitely want to get the men involved. We don't want to isolate the men and make.
Well, there's like 10 of us, so that should be pretty easy.
We want to have men as guests, and we'll have questions for them, and we want the audience to ask questions from them. We definitely don't want to exclude the men.
What about spouses, boyfriends, or girlfriends, or whatever you refer to your partners? Or I don't want to, use the wrong term and upset anybody, but what do you guys think about bringing any of those people on, Raquel?
Probably not.
Probably not.
He's low. He doesn't. He really says do whatever you got to do whatever you want to do, but he doesn't involve himself too much in the community.
So how is he? And really, I was going to ask this of all of you guys, but how are your spouses taking it? Because I know, well, your whatever, the people you're fucking. How are they taking?
That's how I should have put that. I was trying to find the right words, and that was definitely it.
Yeah, you got to be a little poetic about it, a little tact.
You should be a writer.
Yeah. So, how are they taking your weight loss? I mean, do you feel is there a certain amount of like jealousy that grows? I don't want it, and it sounds horrible, but the hotter you get, and I know I'm relating skinny to hot, but you know, I mean, like just the
confidence and stuff too.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, world in general, right? You're gonna get more offers at a thin weight than you will at a heavyweight. I mean, that's just the world. But I mean, is there a certain amount of jealousy that you see building as the more weight you lose, the more confidence you get?
Yes, of course. I mean, even just shopping, or you know, the different wardrobes, the attention, you know, the looks, or you know, whatever. Maybe even the confidence that he was not used to, that now I have, or you know, I'm building on. It's new to him. I guess it has its days. I get negative feedback, and then I get positive feedback. Sometimes he's like, well, you know, you're losing a lot of weight. And sometimes he's like, well, you know, you haven't lost as much weight, you know, as you plan to. So
that is a brave dude.
Yeah, he is. Brave. Excuse me, could you lose some more weight?
Oh, yeah, I could lose about 240 pounds right now.
He's like, you need to not lose anymore because, you know, your bones are popping out or whatever. So I guess it's just, with him, with mine, it's very wishy-washy. One day he's happy about it, one day he's, you know, and I think it's because of his insecurities now. I think with me losing weight, a marriage has to work, you know, harder to keep together. A lot of marriages break apart because of it. Because,
I haven't noticed that at all.
not at all, right?
No, that's a pretty shocking revelation there.
Yeah, but no, seriously, it does, and you know, it's just his insecurities, and I just have to let him know that he has nothing to worry about.
So here's something that, I mean, for the guys watching, and I see that Tara's mama VSG, her husband is watching for the first time. So, hi. But women it seems that women, and a lot of guys don't think this way, but most women dress for other women. Like, they don't dress for men. Like, when a chick dresses up and she wears all this makeup and she has these hot shoes and the sexy dress on, it's not because she's trying to catch the eye of a man. It's because she wants another chick to be envious of her. Yeah, they kind of dress for other women. Is that not true?
For me, that is absolutely true. I don't dress for men at all. I dress to impress other women. Well, and I work with all women. And when I'm like going to work and I'm feeling good and I feel like I look nice, I hope that other women I work with notice.
Right. It's not, and I'm not saying that in a it's not a sexual thing. It's like, it's almost competitive, or it really is like they dress for other women. I mean, it's just one of those things that guys can't understand. So as you get thinner and you're able to wear more stuff, it's not because, oh, I want to attract men. It's because you want to be like, yeah, I want bitches to be like, I want to look like that.
Well, because guys don't care if we're wearing flip-flops or high heels. They're, you know, it doesn't matter. If we're wearing shorts or we're wearing a shirt or whatever we're wearing, they're gonna. If you're attractive, I think they're gonna turn around and look anyway.
Or if you have a vagina.
Exactly.
Pretty much a guy just, you know, I mean, other than our homosexual buddies, if you have a vagina, that's pretty much.
That's all you need.
You're good.
That helps. Yeah, it definitely helps.
Going back to the jealousy issue, David's not jealous.
I was gonna say, I don't see David as a jealous guy at all.
No, he's not jealous of men at all. The only thing he's jealous of in this whole thing is that now so much of my attention is elsewhere. He's jealous of the time that it takes for me to be involved in the community.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse. Be ready, David. It gets worse. Once she starts the show, fucking say goodbye.
Oh, God.
Don't tell him that.
It's going to be horrible, man. Like, just find something else to do with your life, because your life with Jennifer is done.
Oh, no.
No, actually, though, but since we started the Bariatric Diva page, all of a sudden I'm getting all these creepers, and I never got creepers before. I'd heard of other people saying these creepy men were like approaching them, but it didn't happen until I was on the Bariatric Diva page.
I add one follow and you start calling me creepy. I don't understand where you're coming from with that.
So, Alicia, you've been on other shows. Are you still on the forum?
I'm not.
No. So.
No.
And you were on the Renew show as well, right?
Well, I was on there just as a guest.
Oh, okay.
One time.
For some reason, I thought you were like.
Yeah. No, I was on the forum for, I don't know, 9 months, something like that. And due to circumstances, I was asked to leave.
You were ejected?
I was.
What happened? Come on, dish it out.
This is the stuff he lives for, so you should not have opened that door. That was the door that should have been left locked.
Rob doesn't watch our show anymore. Rob used to watch our show. He doesn't watch our show anymore.
I did video. I did, a video and stuff, and really, there was one of the girls on there who also had. She actually had lap band. She just didn't like me, and I tend to speak my mind. Sometimes people don't like me, and I refuse to let people talk to me like I'm a piece of shit, and I just won't take it, I speak my mind, and I try not to be rude, and I guess, they tried to come up with, well, this is taking too much, it's too emotional for you, I do get very emotionally involved in topics and things that I'm passionate about, and they just felt like I was, they try to act like I was crazy, like it was mentally getting to me, and so I was like, whatever. I was really pissed off, and the fact is that Rob was my friend, and I felt like betrayed, and so I was like, I was really hurt, and but their last season, I was actually asked to come on and fill in for Lisa, who wasn't there because we don't get along. Like, we absolutely don't get along. So, but yeah, it is what it is. I know that it happened so that better things can happen for me.
So I mean, do you feel like
that's why we got rid of TJ, because TJ and I didn't get along, and Tyrone and I had a lot more in commmen. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys watch the show, you've noticed that we're very much the similar type of person.
Right, very, we're cunning linguists. We both know just the right thing to say, just the right words. It's like the same person.
Well, people tend to think that I like to start drama or cause drama or whatever the case, and that's not it. It's just that I've learned a long time ago is I have to say what I feel, and not everyone's gonna like me, and not everyone's gonna agree with me, but I don't really care. And I know that sounds like I'm sounding like a bitch, but I don't care.
I think I'm more like a cunt, but I mean, bitch, I guess is a nicer way of saying it.
That too. Hey.
That's good. I want to let Christina answer this too, but before I move on, when did that start? Did that start before you started losing weight? Did it start during your weight loss? After your weight loss? I know you're
after. It was definitely after. I've definitely, at almost 600 pounds, I was like, I didn't wear makeup. I didn't do anything because I didn't want no one to look at me, And if I did wear makeup for like that one time, people would be like, "Oh, you look so pretty," and I didn't like that. Like, I didn't like to get noticed. But now
your eyeshadow matches your hair this evening. It's very nice.
I know.
Now she wants to be noticed, which I do like. I was gonna work that in somehow, but
I do. I really do want to be noticed. Like, and I really, honestly, my thing is that I get emails from people all the time telling me that I'm helping them, and not people who are just 500 pounds or 400 pounds, but people who are of regular weight, because they tell me if you can get up and exercise in front of a camera, then I have no excuse. So
now, do you feel like do you feel aggravated that maybe people don't know, like they look at you and they go, "Oh, well, she's overweight," but they don't realize you've already lost 200 and something pounds? Like, does that frustrate you that people don't realize how far you've come?
No, because you gotta understand, I used to walk into a store down the street and I would get looked at like, oh my gosh, she's huge. Like I'm just this huge person, and I'm not even a person. I'm just this huge thing, you know? And now it's like I to be able to walk somewhere and to have people not look at me because I'm like this huge, you know, woman.
You're not like a circus show like attraction.
Exactly. Like people just look at me because, you know, and to have guys for the first time like really look at me and not because, oh gosh, look at that big ass, you know. Like look at me, and it's very different for me. I guess that would be why my boyfriend feels like he needs to come everywhere with me. I don't get. I mean, that's another thing I was going to mention, you know, when you're over 500 pounds, you need someone to help you with everything you do. And, you know, I know a lot of people don't talk about this, but, you know, taking a shower, using the bathroom, like everything, you have to be helped with, you know. And now I don't need any help from him, and it's very uncomfortable for him, you know.
I mean, does he feel like you don't need him anymore? Like, does he feel like, oh, well, now you don't need me, so you're not gonna want me?
Yeah, he feels like that sometimes, and I find him saying, oh, here, you know, you need some. Do you want something to eat? You want something to drink? That's the kind of stuff that he used to do, you know. And I'm like, no, or I'll go in the kitchen and I'll do stuff myself. And he's like, I would have done that for you, but I'm like, but I'm able to, so I don't need your help.
And it's funny because he's like stick man.
He's like 140 pounds and like 5'7".
He's like Pete.
He's like Pete now. Yeah. I mean, he's a little tanner than Pete.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little. But yeah.
How about you, Christina? What about you? I know you never got to the original question. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, first, are you single? Are you in a relationship? Are you married? Are you what are you?
I'm officially saying I'm single.
Ooh.
I'm in a 7-year relationship, so.
I'm not gonna have anybody like get violent with me, am I?
DJ's got one shoulder, and I got like other things on my mind.
No, I got my shoulder's good. I can jab now. I'm good. And be afraid of these guns, man. Be afraid. I'm like, have you ever seen The Little Giants? Did you ever see that movie, Little Giants?
That's familiar.
It has I don't know his name. He's a real nerdy guy. He played. He was in Ghostbusters. He played the guy who was like, "Are you the gatekeeper? I'm the keymaster."
Oh, Rick
Moranis. He's in it. Yeah, he's in it, and then it's about the little kids, and then his daughter. She gets on the football team, and they're kind of like the Bad News Bears, but it's football, it's little league football. Anyway, there's this kid in it wears glasses, and he's in the mirror, and he's like, "Grr!" But he's so skinny. There's nothing there. That's kind of what I am. That's what I was getting at. I went a long way to get to that.
But no, I'm single, and as far as the fashion thing goes, I mean, you know, I just turned 43, and I have 2 sisters in their 20s. So losing a little bit of weight and feeling, you know, still trying to rock what I have. As long as
if you have 20-year-old like siblings though, because like they are plugged into what's current, so you're
right.
You're totally good.
What's funny is I have a sister. My youngest sister is 22, and she looks very, very similar to me. We have the same father but different moms, and it's just funny to like. It's actually a compliment, you know. I mean, as I get older, that I still can, you know, like I can't share clothes with them yet, but you know, I mean, it's fun to have. My siblings used to range from, you know, my sister's 52 and my brother that passed away would have been 53 and a half or something. I lost a brother in 13 that was 49, and then I have, you know, my youngest sister's 22, so it's kind of across the board in my family. So, you know, it's kind of fun to like be able to, you know, have so many young people in my life. And my kids are 21 and 25. So your kids are the same age as your younger siblings? Yes, my dad was a busy guy. Yes.
Wow, he's a mensch.
Our sons are actually, my sister Sylvia and my son Nicholas they're a year. She was born in 92 and Nicholas was born in 93. And then my dad's last son living is he's 25 and my son is 25. They're 6 months apart. So it was kind of funny. And his wife was quite a bit younger than he was, like So,
So Jennifer, everybody else has flair going on behind them except for you. Your wall's a little bare. Are you going to adjust that, fix that before the show starts?
I could.
You got no flair.
I'll tell you what, get
look
some
at
green
everybody
screen.
else. Look behind everybody else on your screen.
Yeah, you're right.
One of these things
It's
isn't
magic.
like the other.
I have a treadmill.
Wait,
No, you got a picture too. Move your head. Well, you move your head and talk, because otherwise you won't come up on the screen.
Well, do you see my treadmill?
Yeah, but you got a picture too.
It hardly ever gets used.
Yeah, we have a picture there.
treadmill or
It's behind the treadmill.
so if somebody's in your area looking to buy a treadmill, you're saying.
promoting fitness.
Yeah, it's right here. Come pick it up.
That'd almost be worth the drive, to be honest with you.
Yeah, drive all the way down to Texas for a treadmill.
And then I'll decide I want it.
I've done worse driving to Texas. I drove from California to Texas. Straight.
What?
Yep. Awesome.
But when you got there, you were gay? I don't understand what you mean straight.
Yeah, no, I was straight when I left, and I was straight when I got there. So I stayed straight the whole drive is my point.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Straight. Gotcha. So, Alicia,
Now, if I drove gay, I'd be like, hey, this is awesome.
are the zombies really coming?
They are.
They are. Do you
They
not
are.
see her poster?
Yes.
See, I noticed.
Yeah, I saw that.
No,
look at our
I
guests.
thought you were asking it like it was not already a known thing. Of course they're coming.
I don't know. To me, I think zombie is like
Have you
code
seen my
for
safe?
I own guns now.
They are
code.
coming.
They
That's
are.
the code.
Okay.
Don't tell anybody. Don't
It's just
tell
between us.
So
They
I
are
don't, I'm going to the audience for a question, and that was just for Tara's mama, I think. I don't know, because a lot of people don't have the same name on Facebook as they do on YouTube's, but I think her husband is getting ready to have VSG.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause she's something else. She's like Teeny Tiny's mama on Facebook, isn't she? Or something like that.
Why do you
Don't
say?
bring Facebook into this. We talked about this last show.
I don't know, man. I like it.
YouTube, maybe.
Oh, Tara's. Oh, it's like Tara's.
No, I'm talking Tara's mom's VSG. She said that her husband's watching, but she looks just like, I think it's somebody else who looks just like her on Facebook,
You
whose
guys
husband
are-
is getting ready to have surgery. Fuck. Anyway, if that's your husband, let me know. I'm just curious. Just asking. And Gastric Tiger says that he dresses for women.
So, wait a second. I was thinking about this today.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I looked in the mirror today. I'm like, shit, I didn't shave. I'm all wrecked. I'm going to work or looking like I'm homeless. Whatever. I don't even give a shit. But now I feel like now that I've lost weight, I feel like, well, I got to give a shit because I don't already look like shit just being overweight. I got to actually give a damn now. Do you guys ever feel like I got to give more of a damn now?
Yes, I do. I feel like I have to have my hair and makeup done. But if I'm going to leave the house, I have to have my hair and makeup done. Yeah.
Let's go right down the line. Let's do everybody. Raquel?
I've never given a shit.
No, I actually feel like now I can just put on a ponytail and, get out of the house without makeup because I've lost the weight. Before, it's like, okay, well, I can't be big and not presentable.
She's funny because she has the Latina accent and she has the Hispanic
and a Texas accent. I was like, that's kind of cool.
It's like, it's kind of an unusual accent going on there. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry, where were we at?
It's hot in a respectful way. I'm just saying. For Christina.
No, I said I can just throw on a ponytail and not put makeup on. Like, before, if I was going to go running or if I was going to go into the store or whatever, it's like I had to do the makeup, I had to do everything. Now it's like, okay, put on a cap, throw my hair in a ponytail and let's get out the door. Yeah, my cap, my baseball cap.
You mean a hat?
Yeah, a hat.
Wait, now hat is a general term, TJ. A cap is a very specific type of hat.
Cap is what you pop in
Oh.
motherfucker's ass.
Like
cap.
gangster?
That's right. You're a Hispanic, man. You cap and you hold your gun sideways.
Are you using the James R&Y dictionary again?
I am. I'm thinking the James R&Y.
You are an honorary Mexican, remember?
That's
So-
right. I'm Mexican. I am. Yeah, because I lost my freaking Baja shirt. I don't know what happened to it in the move, man. I'm so bummed, but I'll get another one.
All right, sorry.
Anyway,
You feel like
Christina. Yes.
about going outside and feeling better. I don't know, I'm lazy. I mean, I hate makeup. I put on makeup for today, but normally I just leave the house however. But I go back, what's funny is that we're talking about this is when we go back and watch our original videos. Do you know what I mean? Like when we first started, and like it's just, I think to myself, God, and I thought I looked good. I mean, I used to, when I first started doing YouTube, I used to put makeup on, and like curl my hair, and like I was just like, my face was just so, you know what I mean? And now I have a different sense of confidence now, because I told the girls that I kind of had like a backwards, what is that called? Like where you see yourself
body dysmorphia.
Yeah. See, I used to think I looked smaller, bulging out of my clothes and everything.
Oh, that's body dysmorphia. I had the same problem. Like I never saw myself as big as I was, and I don't see myself as small as I am now. So I'm like, I still see myself as in that middle range somewhere. So it's weird.
I just always thought of myself as fucking hot. Like I was fat and hot, and now I'm skinny and hot. So yeah, maybe I am body dysmorphia in that way. Just that I always think I'm hot. But I do, sometimes I think about shaving my beard just because I wonder how my face will look. And that's mainly because of you, Phil. Because I look at your old videos, and I look at your new ones, and I'm like, dude, you look so much different. I just wonder what I would look like without it. But I'm coming up on a year. I almost got my year going. I can't do it.
You're shaving for the year.
Fuck that. I am not shaving.
I thought about growing one for the winter this year, like a full one.
You should. Yeah, you should.
Oh my God.
I get to a certain point, though, and I kind of lose my shit. So,
you guys are probably like ZZ Top.
You could, yeah.
If you grew it out.
I mean, look at him. How cool is ZZ Top? I mean, it's pretty tough to get cooler than the fucking ZZ Top dudes.
You have to get some flashy glasses right here and everything, and a new hat.
Hey, these are Johnny Depp's glasses, so they make me just more sexy. So, Alicia, do you feel like you have to primp up more now than before, or is it the same?
No, it's the same. I do things like whatever. I don't care. I put on makeup sometimes. A lot of times I do makeup looks because I'm a promoter for it's called Princess.
Go ahead. If you're gonna pimp a product, you best be paying some fees, motherfucker. What do you think you're doing here?
But that, and a lot of times I just I put on makeup for that, but I don't really.
Yeah.
Some days, some weeks, I just look different. I do things for fun. I do things for fun. Like last week, I shaved my hair right here just for fun. I did it myself, and people were like, "You what?" And I'm like, "It's no big deal."
That's so funny. I did the same thing on Sunday.
I did it today. I just did mine today.
Yeah. No, it's no biggie. I don't know. I guess I'm not like other women who like freak out about their hair. Because I'm like, it's hair. It grows. Whatever.
Right. Well, and you keep your hair so short anyway.
Wait a minute. Hair grows back? Is that what you're saying?
Well, for women it does. For us it doesn't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have this general area, like right in here.
Yeah.
It doesn't grow
like
that
here,
so well.
Here.
You make up for it with your beard.
That's right.
Well,
It's just changed position. Like
Exactly.
Phil's slid down his back. He's
Right.
a fucking
Of course.
Sasquatch. You guys don't know this, but like Phil dulls ears whenever he's trimming his shit. So
Right. I go through
Phil,
clipper blades like you can't believe. Let's put it that way.
So I was gonna let you know that I do have some glasses for you. They're right here.
oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
I know.
Those are.
It would be good. So you can kind of be like
Yeah.
me.
I can kind of be like you. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I'd be more Tyrone-like. It'd be hard to tell us apart at that point.
Well, especially after you grow your beard.
Right. Well, I'll have a lot of
Everybody, since we
I'll have a lot of this
started the
blonde
show-
in my beard, so we're good.
Blonde, is that what you're going with?
Sure.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Like, how is shopping good for you guys? Like, people are saying like their feet shrink and like they have this like fun sense of shopping now. So what's it like on the men's side? I mean, did you guys are you guys enjoying that part? Seriously? I mean, are you just having fun just being able to just grab clothes and leave, or
I do. My biggest thing is being able to just walk into a store and buy shit. Like I end up buying expensive shit. It's not like I'm not a tag whore. You know, I don't care who makes it. I just go for what I like and what feels the best. But I like to be able to go wherever, and I go straight for that clearance rack as soon as I go to. I never understood that before, but now I understand the clearance rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that for me, like, you know, you always dread clothes shopping when you're big. You're like, shit, you know, this I gotta go through this nightmare of facing how friggin' huge I am, and shit ain't gonna fit. It ain't gonna look right.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to be able to swing into like a Target, like I need a new pair of jeans and just grab them and go. I mean, that's kind of nice. But I got to do some more shopping here pretty quick because I guess I got that mentality as I was losing, like, don't buy too much shit, don't buy too much shit. So I'm like down to like, you know, 2 button-ups, 2 pullover polos, and like 10 gazillion t-shirts. Not as bad as Gooch, but I have quite a few. And then, you know, like 3 pair of shorts and 2 pair of jeans. So I'm like, I got to buy like adult clothes here pretty soon. So I'm going to have to think about it. And that part of it stresses me out. Like, now I got to think about fashion, and I guess I don't have to, but I choose to. So I don't know. It's different. I don't look forward to it. I still detest it as any man, but not as much as I did when I was overweight. So
are you guys like us? Do you start to feel more sexy, like we do as women, as you lose weight? Do you feel like more? You know what I mean? Like in that sense.
No, I really, and it sounds conceited, but I have always felt like an attractive person. I've never had a confidence. Phil can attest. I've never had a confidence
that is true.
issue ever.
You have not. I definitely did, and I definitely feel different. Like, I will even, it's going to be embarrassing, but, so like today we did heavy lifting at the gym, and I was coming out of the shower with a towel around me, and I was just like looking at my physique, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I look like a real man now. Like, I got the muscle coming in here on the side of the back, and my biceps are great, and I'm like just feeling like manly, and I'm feeling like virile, and, you know, like, I just feel good. Now, nobody sees that shit, and granted, all the skin in the middle kind of ruins it. But other than that, I feel for the first time in my life like more masculine. So yeah, it's kind of nice.
What about plastics in the future? Or have you guys like thought about that also? Because I know that floats around, you know, after what, 1.5 years, maybe 2 years, I think. So
no, for me, no. I don't. I mean, I know Phil, you started to wobble a bit on the plastics, but I'll never have plastics. My skin snapped back pretty good.
I am tempted just because there are spots I'm never going to be able to get rid of. I've realized. I mean, I'm at 38 pounds of body fat, which is 18% body fat for me, and it's just like, look, if I'm not going down to 13 pounds, 13% rather. No offense to Pete, I'm not going down to 13% body fat because it looks going to look too lean on me. My head's going to just be like veins sticking out everywhere. It's going to be bad. So 17% is my goal. If I hit that, great. But I think I might entertain plastics. But we'll have to see how it goes after another 11 months. So
you can take my my cut your fucking skin off class.
There you go. Cut your fucking skin off. That's 101.
That's right. So I don't know. A lot of people are saying
really took the fear out of that for me too. So I mean, before I was like, screw that. Even my trainer at work, he used to be 300-something pounds, and he had it done after he got all lean down. You'd never know that guy had a weight problem ever, but he was like, that shit hurts. I'm going to warn you now. And I'm like, oh, but then Tanya seemed to weather it pretty well. So
there's a new fella, Dennis Jr. I can't pronounce his last name. So he's saying that he's new to the WLS family, started 3 months out. What? I started my 3-month out of 6-month pre-diet with my PCP.
Oh, that's the OptiFast stuff or whatever, the pre, you know?
Yeah, I think he's on his pre-diet. Yeah, he's in the gotta fucking qualify phase. See, I should have done that, but that could have been one of my elective courses, was how to fucking qualify.
Shit you got to do to qualify.
Yeah.
I'm just reading through comments here. People are commenting on because I know the ladies can't see. So, and it's funny because every time you guys go, I had a conversation with the ladies. Like I picture you guys talking to your tits because I refer to women's talking as their ladies. I just want to throw that out there.
It's been thrown. It has been thrown.
Well, I wanted to go back and talk about.
That's a show everybody will tune into. I'm just saying that right now. But
oh wait, one sec. I know that you want to talk, but hold on one second. I was gonna say, Watch Patty Melt wants you to model the glasses, Alicia.
Okay.
that means you have to talk while you do it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't talk, well, no, here I can just put her on screen. Bam! Look at that.
I'm still seeing you.
There we go.
But they're seeing her.
How's that?
I like them. You look like that cat. You look like the cat that is kind of floating around the internet.
Or you're about to do evil experiments on a cat. One of the two. I'm okay with either one of those.
I like them because they got orange. Orange is my favorite color. I always
you are an
comment
orange
on
fan.
it. Oh,
What
I
is it
love
with you?
orange. It's my favorite color, but it's like my obsessive favorite color. Like I like anything orange. So here's the deal: if I ever die,
Orange urn.
everybody needs to wear orange and put it on their Facebook thing.
Awesome.
That'll be your tribute to me.
And we could send orange flowers.
Orange flowers, yes.
Yeah.
You'll have to send them to space because that's where my body's going.
Oh.
Is it really?
Yeah, we
You
covered
better start
that
saving
last
your
week.
money, dude. I'm telling you right now, the delta V on a full-grown human being is a lot.
We'll get it figured out.
So I wanted to go back and talk about like the time that we put into this kind of stuff, and like in your relationships and stuff, and how that's affected your relationship. Period. In my relationship, I think. Well, I've been doing like YouTube for like 5 years because I started out doing Nutrisystem reviews. So I started that, and then I moved on into doing research about the weight loss surgery, and then went after that. But I just was wondering, like, is it common, you know what I mean, for everyone to kind of battle with the time that we spend putting into this stuff? I know, Phil, you're not on Facebook, but I know a lot of how we establish ourselves in the community is being active, you know what I mean? And when you're not active, people start texting you or PMing you and saying, hey, are you okay? Is everything all right? Haven't seen you around. So, like, how have you guys adjusted that into your relationship in terms of being so active in the community? That's my question. Just, I know Jenny, TJ, she has a channel now and stuff. But like, how did, I know you guys started your show, what, 1.5 years ago or something? So how did all of the activity and being involved affect
Well,
you
we
guys?
started doing videos like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, but it was a different show at that time.
Yeah.
But I think for me, Facebook, it wasn't a problem for a while, and then it became a problem. And then I guess to help, Penny jumped in, and she just kind of embraced the community with me, so she kind of went along for the ride. So I think, like, for Jennifer, it's going to be a little bit easier because David's already ingrained in the community, so he's just kind of part of it more so than just going along for the ride.
I think that's huge. It helps a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if they know you, they know David. So I mean, there's
So
no
you either
real
got to
question.
go both feet all the way in as a spouse, or you got to be all the way removed. I mean all the way removed. So I'm not saying removed from the person going through the weight loss process. That can't happen. If you want your marriage to survive, you need to be involved in that, or your relationship to survive, whatever you got. But I think if you're going to be in the community, you're in or you're out. There's just no in between. If you try and float between, I think that's where things start to go sideways. That's my humble opinion.
I think everybody hits a crisis moment though, and it'll feel like I'm taking a jab at you, Phil. I'm not, because you left for different reasons. But I think at some point everybody's just like, "Fuck this! It's like taking up too much of my time," or there's something about it that becomes too overwhelming, and you're like, "Okay, I'm done."
The
And
YouTube
you
definitely has gotten like that for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and
I'm
then
back in now. But I had that moment.
and then you come back. But I think everybody goes through that too, where you just get kind of like you realize it's consuming too much of your time. I mean, I'm lucky since I work at home. Like over here, I have my work system set up. Over here, I have my personal system set up, so I'm able to, if I'm on a meeting, I can do my Facebook crap. So it appears that I just sit on Facebook all day, but really I'm working and doing it. So so that helps some, but I'm hesitant to say this because I have a lot of veteran friends who have been in the community a long time, but I think at some point it's almost unhealthy not to move on.
Step back a little, yeah.
And not
Well,
move
and I feel like
where it has its place. I think you have to be part of the community during the weight loss process. I think you need to be able to bounce things off people and get the information, but at some point, especially after goal, there should be kind of a weaning off period where you start just integrating back into normal life. I'm not saying let Facebook go altogether, but it should no longer be your main focus day to day.
I think before like Facebook and before, you know, meeting people on who've had weight loss surgery and stuff, I was really lost, and I just didn't think that I could do it, and I was convinced that I just couldn't do this because I was in the program for almost 4 years before I had my surgery. So it was a really long process for me because they wanted me to lose 200 pounds. And I was like, there's no way. And I wanted to give up so many times. And I had people who were like, you can't give up, you know, you can do this. And I never thought that I would have weight loss surgery, ever. I never, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well,
never
without, not so much Facebook, but without YouTube, I would have never had surgery. It was the fact that I could go out, I could see the success that people have had, I could hear firsthand accounts of it, is what made me go, okay. And it was Big Nick who convinced me. I know, Phil, you've watched a few different people. There was that one guy, I don't remember.
Tony.
Yeah, Big Tony, and he put that jacket on. I remember
that snapped my brain.
Yeah, he put it on at like 6 months or 8 months, and I just couldn't, I couldn't understand. I was like, what? Like 6 months, this dude is wearing like 5 size difference in this jacket? No. But Big Nick, seeing his video, because he only had like 5 videos, but you saw him like 2 days after surgery, and then like 6 months out, and then like a year and a half out or something. Two totally different people, and it was just like, to me, I was sold on it. And then if I wouldn't have got Phil, you know, because I called Phil up and I'm like, dude, check into this, and then he went into it full steam, and I was kind of balking a little bit, but
I dragged you along the rest of the way.
Pretty much, because I should have had surgery way before you.
You should have, yeah.
But then I kind of just went on pause mode, and I just kind of let it go. But you kept going, and then all of a sudden you had your date set, and I was just like, fuck, I can't.
Wait, you're saying that I was type A and did something like obsessively? That can't possibly be true.
I know, but if you wouldn't have stuck to it, like if you would have balked on it, then I think I would have never done it.
I do remember thinking to myself, like, this some bitch, he set me up on this path, and then now he's like getting cold feet. I'm like, I'm neck deep in this stuff now. What is he doing?
And then you got your date, and I was just like, fuck, well, that's it. I have to do it. So yeah, without YouTube, I wouldn't have done it. But then really, if I didn't have Phil to pull me along, once I hit that rut, then I wouldn't have done it. So.
I was talking to Christine, a teeny tiny tummy for Christine, about this, and she gave me a really great analogy that asking somebody who's had weight loss surgery and who's part of the community and leans on the community, asking them to step away from the community is like asking an alcoholic to step away from AA. And that's how I feel. Like, I feel like the part of the reason why I'm so successful with my weight loss surgery is because I'm so involved with the community. And I say so successful because I know a lot of people outside of the community that I'm involved with locally, and their weight loss hasn't been as great as mine, or the people that are on YouTube and Facebook. And I think all that support is really beneficial to our loss.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like I've been, like watching so many people for so long, and I've seen all these meet and greets happen, over time. I've missed Vegas twice, and then, Florida came, and then now LA, because I'm so close to LA. And for me, I just feel like that's the one thing out of this community that I've never done is like, step out of my box and go and meet people, because I'm very, like, I have social anxiety. So, but I'd love to meet, like, because to me, it's just such a different experience, you know what I mean? To meet people, not so much, I guess, the format of the formal, I guess, meet and greets, because people have mixed feelings on those, but just to, to meet some of the people that you admire and see their success and stuff. That's the one thing I feel like I haven't participated in that I would like to, because it's, like you get acquainted with these people, you watch their videos or you communicate with them on Facebook, and sometimes you even go as far as talking on the phone or texting. But like to seal the deal and actually meet somebody, you know what I mean? That's been kind of like such a positive energy in your life, being involved in the community. I think a lot of people have made some really amazing friends, and I think that was unexpected from the community. And that energy and that vibe, that's another thing I think that makes it really hard. Because I mean, I've stepped away from the community for 4 or 5 months, and gained 10 or 12 pounds and kind of wasn't as on my game, do you know what I mean, or just as observant, you know what I mean, as I am when I'm involved. Because I'm not to say that it's, like, I don't know, I just feel like I invest more in a comfortable place where I am, where I can talk about all these things, and the regular people in my life don't understand that. That I think they have more of an attitude like, why are you so obsessed with your weight, or you know what I mean? Why is it so important that you do this or eat that? Or in our community, it's just automatically understood, so we can be free and just take a million selfies, or you know what I mean, or post a picture of our food, or pick up the phone or text and say, hey man, I just had a candy bar, you know what I mean, or something simple. And it just like makes it so much easier to just know that you can reach out, and again, the people that I've met personally, that just seems like an amazing experience to now have these people in your life personally, on top of just not just communicating with them distantly on Facebook or on YouTube, So that's the one thing I would like to experience just once. So.
I mean, to that point, and then I want to get Alicia to tag up on this too, but we have a saying in project management that says, let me try it again if I can say it in English. What gets measured gets attention. In other words, anything that you're paying attention to the measurement of, like whether it's a statistic or weight or food or whatever, all of a sudden that has better performance because you're paying attention to it. It's that simple. It's a byproduct of it. And so do you feel like, and Alicia, I'll let you take up on this first, but so do you think like by being part of the community during the weight loss phase that success is critical to that? Or do you think that you just, kind of to the point of just, hey, I know I got to be responsible to myself, so I make these videos? Or is it more important I have to be responsible to everybody, so I make these videos?
I make the videos for me, and I have from the beginning. I get a lot of very good feedback, and I get a lot of maybe not so good feedback. I mean, I've had people be very cruel to me and tell me things like I should go kill myself, and and that has been really tough. But I get really good feedback, but I don't do this for other people, because I go back and I look at what I looked like last year. Because for me, even at 390, I still feel like I'm that 500-pound girl. I find it really hard to realize that I'm not there anymore. So sometimes I post a lot of pictures. I do a lot of side-by-sides, because that is the only way that I can really
you can see
tell.
it. Yeah. Because I get,
I saw Raquel shake her head at that too, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I get that way too. Like sometimes I start feeling like I've kind of regained, but it's more of a bounce back to a normal weight for me, but like 7 pounds, and it's like, fuck, I'm getting fat again. So then I gotta go back and look at some of those pictures, or like I saved one setup of my fat clothes of my biggest size, and so then I could throw that stuff back on and go, oh, yeah, that's right. No, I'm nowhere near what I was. But just so you know, Lisa, I like your workout videos because you're smiling like whenever you're on your own chair.
I really enjoy it. Like, because you have to understand, at almost 600 pounds, you can't move. And it's like, I used to do workout videos from sitting on my bed. I would still work out. And, people always say, well, how do you, I can't work out. And I always tell them, bullshit, you can work out. If you can lift your arms and you can lift your legs, you can work out.
I've seen those videos for the old people where you sit in the chair and you move your arms, and it seems silly, but I tell you what, just like raise your arm up and down 50 times repetitively, it is a fucking workout.
High rep, low weight. Yeah. Raquel, you shook your head at that. What were you thinking when she said that? What was your experience with that?
Well, no, my only thought is, I know someone had made a comment. I had posted 2 scales. I have 2 scales, and one of them was like in the 140s, and one of them was in the 150s. And someone commented like, "Oh, at your weight, you shouldn't even get on the scale anymore." It's like I'm done. And I'm like, no, if I don't get on the scale every single day and look at it, then I will think, oh, I'm okay. I can go and eat this. And when I do see a change on it, I'm like, why did it change? Am I drinking too many margaritas? Am I eating too much? Or, candy? What is it that I'm changing on my diet or that is causing the weight gain or the few pounds, because even if it's 3 to 4 or 5 pounds, I freak out, and then I will stop eating.
Yeah,
So I think it's good, just as a measurement from time to time.
I wanted to comment on that because, you know, they anticipated in the beginning that I was supposed to lose 80 pounds, you know, just right away, like that it was just going to come off and I wouldn't have to fight. I mean, you know, that I would, the tail end of it, like the last 10 pounds, you know, my nutritionist said, oh, you know, you're going to have to work harder because you're smaller, you know, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But just from the end of May to now, I've gained 11 pounds. And so when I look at, I mean, I still have to look at my before and afters because I feel like if I take away my total weight, like the 11 pounds I've gained, right, you know, in the last few months, which scares me anyway.
Just go on Pound the Cure, they'll take care of it.
But I feel like that takes away from my accomplishment in some way, you know what I mean? Because I'm 2 years out, and I feel like it's really important to emphasize to people that, you know, you're very sensitive the first year and a half, but there's going to come a time, like approaching 2 years, where you're going to be able to do a lot more than you think you're going to. And I mean, you stay on your regiment, you stay, it's sort of like a wall, you know, you build and you don't cross over and you don't normally, you know, some people will say, you know, well, I've never had bread or I've never had crackers or, you know, whatever they've created as a rule. But as time goes by, you know, that's the whole point of being lifestyle. I mean, even for me, when I started, I was 200 pounds. My A1Cs were like 165, which is sugars fasting. Then I had my surgery. I stalled it 6 months out at 52 pounds, and my sugar went down to 80. But see, now I'm 2 years later, I've gained, you know, just a few pounds, and my numbers are up again. So I think that, you know, people need to understand that it helps. You know what I mean? This tool that we have, it helps, but it doesn't solve. You know what I mean?
It is still a tool. Yeah, and I never really understood that. I understand that now. The whole tool, the tool thing. But Jim Haney asked about, do y'all think plastics are more a consideration for women than men? If so, why do you think that is? I think it is because, like everything with men, is men don't want to not be manly. Although our new generation is pretty sissified, the younger guys seem awful fucking girly. I don't know what's up with that. But I think that you know, it just seems like an unmanly thing to get plastic surgery. Is my personal opinion. I mean, I'm not saying that I judge somebody who does it, but I'm just the stigma about it. I don't think there's a stigma for women that there is for men. My opinion.
You know, have we
Bill or the girls? I mean, what do you?
Let's go down the line.
Yeah, let's go first. So, Raquel, what do you think? I mean, do you have a thought or like, if a guy has plastic surgery, does that give you a certain impression about that guy?
No, I mean, he's just wanting to better his body. I mean, if whatever he's having done is because, just like a girl, is because he feels better if he gets the plastics. There's stuff that, like a girl, it's not going to lift, it's not going to tuck, you know, on its own. You can work out as much as you want, and it's still going to be there. So why not go under the knife and get it removed?
So it's not less manly to go get plastic surgery, like shaving. Like shaving is very unmanly thing to do. Like, if you should just let it grow, and that's the manly thing to do. But
well, Slave Rocker just got approved for plastics. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, we talked about it whenever he was on Fat Kings. If you watch the show every week, you'll catch stuff like that.
If you were a fan, you'd know that.
If you were a fan, you would know.
He just got approved today.
No,
you're saying further approval.
Oh, more approval, yeah, because he was approved.
No,
he is Canadian. You have to have like the yeah, you can have it, eh? And then you can have like, oh yeah, you can really have it, eh? So that's, you know, that's the second approval.
So he got
the hoser. He got the hoser approval.
No way, hoser. You're not getting. Okay, we can have it.
I don't think he's any less manly at all for doing it. I think there's two great reasons why he's doing it. One, there's a medical reason because he's had, you know, the whole rashes thing that comes with the excess skin. And two, you're just, he's single and he's looking for somebody, and he's going to feel more confident if that were gone.
Yeah, Jennifer, it wasn't your turn. It was Phil's turn, okay?
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Ladies first, always. I mean, at least twice. Or I go. So.
No, but
wait, we're talking about the show. Sorry.
Wrong show.
Oh, sorry, wrong
Phil,
show.
on my screen, you're next. So what? I mean, what's your thoughts on it? I mean, is it? Is it more of a consideration for women than men? If so, why do you think
I do feel as a man that it's a little more like, what the fuck are you doing? Who cares? But the other side of that coin is, I look at it and I'm like, I did all that work. I'm at the prime peak of my life. I'm dropping body fat like crazy, and when I wear the correct size shorts in the gym, I get the skin around the middle popping over the top of the shorts, and I can see it through the shirt. I can see it no matter how I dress, and it's just driving me freaking nuts.
Mine does that too, but it doesn't bother me.
It just bugs me. I mean, after I don't know what.
But is it worth it? Is it worth putting yourself in?
I don't know yet.
I can see if you have a huge amount of skin, right? I can understand. Like in Pete's situation, yes, I understand. But your plastic surgery would be purely vanity plastic surgery for
my core,
something that nobody else is going to even fucking notice. I really don't, because I see some.
Well, that's true. The people that are going to see me buck naked, the one person.
No, you said the people. Now all of a sudden you're saying the one person.
Me and the one person. That's two, actually. Probably don't give a shit. So, I mean, but at the other hand, after doing all this. What's that?
Would it be different if you were single? If you were not married and you were
maybe. Yeah, maybe. A little peacocking there, a little bit of flaunting. Yeah, probably. But I mean, I'd like to be able to go to the pool without a shirt and feel okay, and that middle skin just does bother me a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm saying it's on the.
I didn't think you were that vain, Phil.
I've never was before. I never had an opportunity to be vain. This is a whole new experience.
So is it vain for a male but not a female?
Yes. Well, no, it's vain for a female. I think it's vain for a female too, but it's
no. I think with a woman, and this is from a male perspective, women are well, there's all kinds. I can go into all kinds of reasons why I'm about to say this. This is not being misogynistic, but women are competing against other women constantly. So they're constantly looking at another. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm trying to clarify. I'm not being a misogynist. So I can understand it more for women. For guys, we're competing in a different type of. We're in a different way where physical isn't the only ball in the game. So
hey, tell your man to fuck off. All right, I see you shaking your head, Raquel. Tell him, hey, we'll get done when we fucking get done. If he has a problem, tell him to call me. I'll talk to him about it. He's like, look, it's fucking time to go now, Raquel. And
you're 7 minutes over.
I know. Listen, you said you'd be done.
It's late.
You said you'd be done. You tell him just chill the fuck out. I'll write you a fucking permission slip. It'll say fuck off, and you can give it to him.
Thank you.
Oh, Craig. Okay, Jeffrey, it's your turn.
I don't think that it's vain of men at all to get plastic.
But do you think that it's more of a consideration for women than men? Do you think more women would consider it than men?
Well, no, I mean, I don't think so. But I guess the only, I'm friends with several men in the community, and most of them that I've talked to are either happy with the way they look, so they don't need it, or if they're unhappy, then they want it. And I don't judge them in any way and think that they're less manly because they want it. I don't know if all women are like that, but I don't think that at all. And the funny thing is,
you're more manly, is what you're saying.
Maybe I'm manly. Maybe I'm masculine. But for me, I really hope I don't have to have plastics, because I really don't want to have to go through that. But I probably will. But I just don't want to. This seems like, I know that Tanya did really great with it. It just seems like really major to me.
It is, but I mean, everybody I've seen that's went through it, hasn't been too bad. I mean, yeah, Tanya had it. Bandit Wendy had it.
But Wendy had to have the revision too.
Yeah. Well, Tanya has to get revision too for the skin. Remember, because of the extra. But I mean, it's hard to get that perfect the first time. Janine's journey, she did a nice little panty shot. Thank you for that. She seemed to have done well. So, I mean, I haven't seen anybody who's had any plastic surgery horror stories, but I mean, I'm sure they're out there. I haven't seen them. But, Christina, what's your thoughts? More of a consideration for women, or no?
I think men, for some reason, I don't know why, but lipo comes into my head, because you guys can work out and tone, and you know what I mean, like really get focused. But I don't think I would judge anybody. But that also ties into, because I know I said I was single, is that what happens when you're with someone and they're with you through your whole journey? Do you know what I mean? they've seen you heavy, they've gone through the surgery with you, and even plastics, you know, because there's a lot of established couples in the community. I mean, I just wonder if that person would even tell someone that they were dating, or, you know, someone in their lives, or even if they had plastics, you know what I mean? Like, even on an average sense, you know, because people have Botox and, you know what I mean? And facelifts and stuff. So I don't think I would judge anybody for doing it. But I think that, you know, I don't know, I think that they would maybe be open to just telling you why they would do it, you know? But I don't think it changes who you are or anything like that, you know?
At least
personal preference.
Your thoughts?
I think that women are definitely, you know, they tend to think about that more than the men. I think men are more like, you know, they don't want to get it unless it's extreme, unless they have a lot of skin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that whole thing scares me. But I actually do have a consultation next month.
Yeah, well, I know that you were talking about, so you're going to end up doing like a double thing, right? So you're going to get skin removal now, and then after you get to your goal, you'll do it again, right?
Yeah. Because I mean, I have a lot of skin in the front, just hanging skin. My stomach, it goes on the side. It's just there's a lot around my middle area, and it makes it hard to do everything.
Yeah.
You know, everything.
So Tanya says, so I'm vain and I should bow the community. Are you sensitive much?
I know. I thought of her too when you were saying some people need to leave. I'm like,
I'm not saying that you need to leave. I'm saying
Jennifer said you have to leave, Tanya. I heard it.
No.
No, and that's why I said I have friends that are veterans in the community, so I hesitate to say it, but at the same time I don't. Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm not saying that you should leave the community 100%. I'm not saying that anybody necessarily should, but at some point I think there's something else going on there why you don't migrate away from the community more. Not you, Tanya. I'm just saying you as in
well, I think that
in the general sense.
They help females like us, like someone starting out is they will look to Tanya and say, well, you know, that can be me. You know, look where she worked. How long did she get to, you know, take to get there? Then she had the surgeries, and she had, you know, the plastics.
But a daily thing, a constant daily thing, all the time, every day for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years for some people. You think that's cool?
Yes.
You don't think that there should be a separation at some point?
No, I actually want to see. I want to see the way someone is 5, 10 years down. Because
well, no, I'm not, and that's why I'm not saying leave the community altogether. Yeah, do an update video from time to time, check in from time to time, but to do a daily, daily active, constant thing.
Like
well, no, then you're friends. That's not weight loss.
For me, I feel like watching Rose, because I found gastric rose. You know, I found Rosemary first. And then I love Tanya. I like Tanya because she's very down to earth and she stayed active. Wendy's the same way. So you see how people have to incorporate every single day. Do you know what I mean? In order to, so when you hear 5 years or 7 years or 10 years, you're like, what? You know what I mean? And you're still. So I think that's just. I think they are the reason why the community as it grows is so successful. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know if every single day, but I mean, I think that also motivates them as well, you know, because the whole thing in your consult when your surgeon talks to you is that it's a lifestyle change. So, you know, I mean, I think it's everybody's personal decision how they want to, you know, be active, like you said, you know, you could once a week or, you know, pop into Facebook, but, you know, again, you become sort of a mentor, do you know what I mean, in the community, and people just really look to, you know, your energy. I mean, I think energy spreads, you know, and so it just makes people excited.
There you go, Tanya. You can
look, but
out of your ass because it's I'm the only one that feels this way.
But isn't there a time where it just becomes too obsessive? Like, you know, you have your life. Like Facebook and YouTube is not my life. It's not like, even though it's real life, it's like not real life. Do I make sense? I don't know.
No, yeah, I mean it is and it isn't. But I have like a core set of friends that I chat with all the time. Tanya happens to be one of them. So I chat with them all the time. Whatever. I just post shit out there on Facebook.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it has nothing to do with weight loss at all. But I don't I do my back to basics videos because they always have a topic, and then I have something to talk about. I do Fat Kings because we have guests and I have something to talk about, but I don't continue to make my weekly updates because there's nothing. Okay, so I ate like I normally eat, and if I'm working out, I worked out like I've been working out, and that's it. I mean, really, what can I tell you on a weekly basis? Well, I've already left. That's what I'm saying is that I don't do my personal updates anymore.
Well, see, people ask me all the time, like, why don't you do weekly weigh-ins? Why don't you do, you know, and for me, I mean, I guess that first maybe 9 months, I did like weekly, you know, and now I'm to that point because I'm about, 14 months out, and I'm just like, I don't even know what week I'm at. I don't know what, you know, it's the same thing. And I guess I'm like you. I'm like, for me, it's like, what's the point?
But I mean, I can see if you're still in a losing phase, or like for Tanya, she's dealing with some regain, so she's kind of documenting her battle with the regain and how she's getting that back under control. So if you have something to offer, then yeah, I understand that. But I stay at a pretty constant weight. I have a pretty constant diet. My routines are pretty there's nothing new for me to update. So I'm not in a losing phase. I'm not anything. So after all my shoulder surgeries, I already said I'm going to come back. I'll start doing videos again, but that's because I'm going through a body transformation where I'm going to start building muscle, doing all that stuff. So then I have something new to share. But to just continue to do weekly updates, I don't see the point of it. But at the same time, like Corey, I love seeing Corey's weekly update, and he's on week like 8,266. So Corey's never missed a week, but that's because I'm vested in Corey as a person. It has nothing to do with this. He can make a update about he had his tires changed. You know what I mean? It could be about anything because I'm just interested in Corey at this point. I could care less about his weight loss. So at some point,
maybe people just like seeing your face. Have you ever thought about that?
And it could be. I'm just saying that your focus of your life, so your spare time. Like I'll Facebook during the day while I'm working, and you know I'm just trying to kill time during a meeting or whatever. But outside of that, I'm not. If I'm gone away from the house, I'm not Facebooking while I'm away from the house. If I'm out at pool leagues, I'm not Facebooking during pool leagues. If I'm fishing, I'm not Facebooking while I'm, you know what I mean? Like, my life has separated from Facebook. I used to be Facebooking nonstop, no matter where I was, if I'm on vacation, if I was out to dinner, if I was at pool leagues, didn't matter what I was doing. If I was at the Universal Studios, if whatever I was doing, I had to be sharing everything I was doing in constant communication all the time. But I've kind of made a separation from that. I have my life, and then there's Facebook, like spare time type of deal. It's not my main focus anymore.
Going back to the veterans, it's really hard. Like, I remember coming in as a newbie and then getting really attached to people, and they just stopped making videos, like TJ. You just stop making videos, and then you miss them, and you wish that they would make videos.
But you're vested in the person. It has nothing to do with the weight loss at that point.
Exactly. Like, I don't care what you talk about. I'm going to watch you every week.
Right. I do still do the back to basics, like I said, and I do the Fat King, so that keeps me in touch with the community. Yeah. And for those people who, for whatever fucking reason, are a fan of me, they can get some dose of me, I guess. But it seems to me that to a certain degree the community's pulled away from me as well, and I'm probably because I don't do the weekly videos. Because I used to get a ton of interaction. That's a beautiful feeling.
I feel I struggle with that too, because now that I'm in phase 2, it's the measurement points every 3 weeks. So it's like, what the hell am I going to talk about every week if I don't have anything new to tell? So, but a lot of people are like, no, keep making weekly videos. Well, okay, then I'm going to go Corey J. Cook style, and I'm going to do 5-minute videos. You know, like. There's not a lot to say. I got something to say. So, yeah.
Okay, so let's get into it. I got a good question.
Oh, no.
You guys ready? Okay, so for men, there's a transformation in the cock region, right? Whenever we lose weight.
I know the answer.
The fat padding kind of recedes. You know, the elephant trunk hangs a little better. So for women, is there some vagina changes? Does it tighten up a bit? Does it become prettier? Is it saggier? You know, you guys always talk about your tits all the time. That's all you weight loss women talk about, but you never talk about your vagina. So tell me about your.
Do you want me to go get David and have him answer the question?
No, I want your personal takes on it. So, have you noticed your
self-image,
your no spot changing at all during this transformation? Has been good for the good or for the worst? Let's go backwards. So we'll start with Alicia this time.
Of course, I get that kind of question. No, you know, honestly. Oh gosh, where do I go?
Look at her. I stunned her, stopped her.
I did. I know. Yeah, okay. You know, I don't know what's okay and what's not okay. I guess anything's okay.
On this show, anything, pretty much.
So let me just start by saying, as I've said many times, I was at a very, very high weight, and you know, it just wasn't. Everything was tough. So just getting to know, you know, I mean, just not getting.
You don't have to be tactful at all, really. You can be.
Did you hear how he asked that question?
It's just that I've always had a problem with my like sexuality whole thing, you know, and it comes from as a child being molested and everything. So it's always been an issue for me, and so now it's like it's very different, you know, just everything. It's like a new experience, and it's almost scary for me, you know, and I never knew things could be enjoyable.
All right.
Just leave it at that.
Very tactful.
Christina.
I think actually this is a wonderful question. I'm not
That's
gonna.
all I ask is wonderful questions.
I'm not gonna comment on the anatomy part because I really don't have anything to tell you. I mean, I'm just normal and that's the way it is. But I will say that having my surgery at, what am I, 43? So I think I had it somewhere in the middle of 40, you know? I will say that my sex drive has been affected by surgery, and I think this is a great question for everybody here. And, you know, I thought that maybe it was because of my age. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't relate it to surgery, which was kind of strange. And then I went to the doctor, and he said, you know, well, the whole chemistry of your body has changed. And I said, yeah, but this is it? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell's wrong with me? I'm only 43. I'm supposed to be, you know, I'm supposed to be flashy right now. And so I guess it's just, you know, I wasn't expected to be affected that way. And so it's changed is all I can say. So, you know, I thought that was interesting in surgery. I thought it was my age. It's not my age. It's actually from the surgery. So I thought that
this is sex. You guys are talking about sex drive. I'm not. I'm talking about the.
I know, but I don't really have anything to tell you about the anatomy part because I really.
Has it changed? Has it changed?
I have an answer for you when it's my turn.
Okay.
No, for me, no.
Okay. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Okay, so the internal vagina, TJ, will not change. It will be the same whether you're large or small. That will not get any smaller. Now, the fat padding in front of it will change, and it can cause a difference in what happens when you have sex. For example, I always have an orgasm. It's just the way I am, and just very orgasmic. But after weight loss surgery, I always have a minimum of 2 orgasms. And I think it's because that there's less padding in front of or around the clit area. And,
is it just that, though, or is it the way you feel, too? You feel more sexual.
Go deeper. Yeah, it could be being able to go deeper because of the padding. It could be the combination of the two. So it has definitely changed, in that way. The padding has made a difference. But as far as, you know, the only way to make your vagina tighter is to work it out with Kegel.
Kegel.
Yeah, those kind of things. So.
And squeeze, too.
Losing weight won't change that.
Okay. Raquel?
I'll just agree with Jennifer.
Okay.
I tried to digress away from it, but...
My vagina is much hotter, just so we're clear.
And by vagina, he means his asshole.
Right. Kirk, put your hands on the keyboard.
So that's it, Raquel. You're just gonna say I disagree with Jennifer?
Well, I mean,
She said she agrees.
She agrees.
Oh, you agree? I thought you said you're going to disagree with Jennifer. I'm sorry.
No, I completely agree with her. You know, it's
She says she completely agrees with her.
She did.
no complaints in that
So,
area at all.
Now, I know, Alicia, your man's skinny. Christina, you're single. So Jennifer and Raquel, are your guys overweight?
Mine is.
So David's overweight, Raquel?
Oh, well, my husband's about 250, and I'm 150, so he's 100 pounds.
Yeah, but how tall is he?
He's about 5'10", 5'11".
Okay, so he could be considered overweight. So for David and your husband, and a question for both of you guys.
Sorry, go ahead.
My question is, do they feel pressure to lose weight? Have they considered the weight loss surgery?
No.
Oh, those weights.
He's perfect the way he is because he has a lot of muscle. So he says, you know, that.
So he's good.
Yeah, he works out like in the refineries and stuff. He climbs a lot and everything. So he says that his weight is due to muscle weight, not fat weight.
Is it dormant muscle like mine was, or does he have active muscle?
No, he has active muscle.
Okay, well, 250 in shape is not. I mean, you need to.
Yeah,
No, he's not overweight then.
But he has the belly.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying if he's fit, then he's fit. You know, a little belly. If you're proud of something, you put a roof over it. You know. So, Jennifer, does David has he felt any pressure to lose weight, or has he considered surgery at all?
Well, just to give you some like a viewpoint of where he's at, he's 6'3", 330 pounds. So that's where he's starting from.
Mm-hmm.
He has no desire at all to have weight loss surgery. He has no desire to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
He has lost 30 pounds since I had surgery, just because of changes that have happened in our house, but not intentionally. And I don't really mind that he doesn't want to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my surgery has nothing to do with him and his body.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm
I just
attracted.
didn't know if he felt pressure, because I know, like, for Jenny, she did feel pressure, and she's lost weight, and she was already thin, and now she's real thin. But so I just didn't know how that affected you guys. VSG Rob says, isn't if plastic surgery is all about vanity, isn't getting tattoos vain as well? I guess. I mean, it's a body modification. For me, mine was somewhat related to medical. I went into that. I don't know if it was in the video or if it was in one of the questions things. But anyway, I have psoriasis, and you can't see it. Well, one, because it's not flared, but also because my tattoos cover it. So I did it partly because the lesions wouldn't show as bad. Because you get tired of people that you get from people whenever you have psoriasis. So it was partly due to that, and then also I love getting tattoos. Is it vain? Probably. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with vanity. Everybody took that as a bad thing. I don't think vanity is bad. I'm not a person who thinks being vain is a bad thing. But I'm just saying admit to the vanity portion of it. Don't try to hide from it.
Sorry
So
about
that's my response.
helicopter landing outside. I apologize. Jesus Christ. Who's mowing their lawn in the dark?
What about the narcissistic stuff that went around a few, what was it, 6 months ago?
My husband started that. My husband started all that.
I mean, like, I don't know, I just thought it was silly, but I was wondering.
That sounds like a good topic.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with being narcissistic. I don't think there's anything wrong with believing that you're beautiful. I don't think there's anything wrong with being vain. I think I even think being cocky is good. I don't like arrogance though, because arrogance to me, like cocky is an overblown sense of self-esteem, whereas arrogance to me signifies that you feel like you are better than someone else. So that's where I draw the line. So as long as you're not thinking, oh, I'm better than you, I don't have a problem with that. Be as vain, cocky, whatever as you want. Just don't be fucking arrogant, Adam Shoop.
I think as weight loss surgery patients, I think why shouldn't we celebrate? Do you know what I mean? Like what we've accomplished. I think it's because I know there's been a lot of talk lately, actually over the last month, about people splitting their accounts on Facebook. And I had a weight loss page, and then I had my personal account, but I don't know how, but I transitioned, just with my personal account, and it was just brought to my attention about last week sometime that my nephew saw a couple of pictures, that I took for the show, and he was like, you know, he was telling my son, dude, why is your mom like taking pictures in camisoles and you know what I mean, like, and things like that. So you start to get feedback, you know, from your from your family and friends and things like that when you have a hole. And I didn't think, to me, none of my family has ever complained, you know, about, like, they kind of know that I've had surgery. I've never kept it a secret. So for me, I was just like, you know, there's this little button called unfriend or delete, you know, and you can do that. Because I welcome that. But you know, I just think that, you know, a lot of people go through a little bit of a change, you know, with their family and friends say, hey, why are you posting so many pictures of yourself? Or they make it feel like it's not okay for us to do that. You know, it's not okay for us to be proud. And I just think that that's not narcissistic at all. I mean, I think it's, you know, we've worked really hard to get where we are. You know,
I don't think narcissism is a bad thing, though.
Yeah.
Well, narcissism, like the medical condition, like the mental, like that can be bad. It can give you an unhealthy.
I'm giving you my opinion. I'm not talking about a dictionary definition. My personal opinion is that narcissism is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I have no problem with extreme high. Like I said, my only thing is arrogance. I don't like arrogance. I don't like when somebody feels they're better than somebody else.
I have a question for TJ and Phil. Would you rather be with a woman who was vain or a woman who had low self-confidence?
Vain.
It doesn't have to be one or the other. I mean, that either one of those sounds good.
If there were an option between the two, which one would you rather have?
Yeah, probably vanity, just for the sake of you don't have to constantly feel like you got to drag them up. But yeah.
Exactly. Because isn't that exhausting, having to constantly tell somebody,
yes.
oh no, you're beautiful, oh no, you look great, oh no, you're nice.
You know, and I talked about
that. We like to call it.
Well, and I talked about that. And also vanity can cover up some self-esteem issues as well. People can be overly vain.
Right. It's hiding.
Because they're trying to hide it. But sometimes I want to detach from Facebook just because of all the downers, you know. You just see so many down posts and depressing posts and all that stuff, and it kind of zaps your energy to a certain extent. You know?
But you know, to that last question, I'm thinking about it a little more. I'll still stick with my answer, but I find I am attracted to women who feel like they have a flaw that only they see, though. You know, like they see some kind of flaw, and I think that's pretty much everybody, right? But they perceive themselves as having some flaw. Like I've met some very beautiful women on the inside and out that don't think they're as beautiful as they are, and it just blows my mind. Like, how could you not know you are like the hottest thing on the planet? Because they perceive a flaw, but that makes them also very more human and realistic and approachable and just better. Even just being friends with them is so much easier.
I think that's a dangerous thing for. It would be for men or women in. After weight loss, is that they are susceptible to those people who prey on that, you know, where you have become fucking smoking hot, but you still in your head are the fat boy or the fat girl, and you're getting attention from some dude, and it's not real, but you don't realize it. You just soak it up like a sponge, all that attention, and I think that's a dangerous thing.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I think that that's even the danger of just being like a man in this community is like, I think that there are a lot of people who see this community as, oh, look, there's all these women who look pretty good already, and they're going to get skinny, and then they're going to have the same mentality of being overweight, and they're going to be easy pickings. And I think a lot of us who are in the community kind of get bad rap because of that from people outside the community, significant others, husbands, boyfriends, whatever, think, oh, those guys are just in there to clean up, and I got to worry about this dude, and they start, you know, then they hear these rumors, and it just gets out of control fast. So as a guy, I think you got to go way out of your way to like just be friendly, but not too friendly. And sometimes you cross that line because you have so much communication, like so many things in common with other people, not just women in the community, but other guys even. But it's perceived differently when you have that connection with a woman. So.
Okay, Raquel's about to fall asleep, so we'll start wrapping up. I have two things. So one thing is going back to the splitting of accounts. So I split my accounts because there's certain parts of my personal life that I do just want to share with close friends, and I want to share with close family, and that's why I need my personal account separate from my weight loss account. And then also I want to see their stuff, and I don't care how many settings you change or you favorite or whatever, your feed gets fucked by all these posts that you see. So I need that just for my personal life, and that's why I ended up, because I was kind of against it at first. You know, I just used my personal account for everything, and then I decided, no, I need to split this, and so that's why I split it. And then I guess my final thing, which we always ask all of our guests, and we'll go down the thing, and it's, are you Team Phil or Team Tyrone? So Alicia, you get to go first.
I get to go first. Well, you know, I'm gonna say
There is no
that
Team Fat Kings. Fuck that. Don't take the easy way out.
I'm
just telling.
not,
No,
I'm
I'm telling all
No,
y'all.
we've had
to-
previous guests take the
No,
sheet.
no, yeah, because they take the easy way. I'm Team Fat King. Fuck that. You gotta pick one. So go
Well,
ahead.
let me just say this because I have sent Phil a friend request and he never added me as a friend. So
Phil is
I'm
not on
gonna say,
Facebook. So he accepts no friends.
I don't really even know you, so I'm gonna say TJ.
Very good. That's acceptable.
Tyrone or whatever you want.
Christina?
Can I do a twist, or I can't do the twist?
No. You gotta. It's an A or B answer.
I'm probably gonna say Team Phil because he.
You don't have to. You don't have to quantify it.
Team Phil.
Please
Go
don't.
ahead. No, Christina, go ahead and explain why you like Phil.
Well, I just feel like he's shared his journey openly, you know, and I think when I first saw your show, actually, I wrote Phil a very long letter, and I basically, because he was talking, I think he was contemplating about, you know, maybe he didn't want to bring, like, seeing a therapist or, you know, dealing with different things that were going on, you know, all the emotional stuff and mental stuff. And, you know, I just told him, like, because I was so far out at the time and I had just found you guys, that, you know, please don't shy away from that. Because I think, you know, people don't, like, realize how much of a mental and emotional battle that this is. And so, you know, he just, I just related to him in terms of him.
Hey, somebody hasn't seen my week 9 video. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Well, listen, you just said you left. So if I found you and then you left, you abandoned me. So I have abandonment issues, and that's the reason why I had to, you know, be forced to be Team Phil.
Sounds
so
good.
Oh, you forced him to leave.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I tuned out at Team Phil, so I'm sure you said something really interesting. Jennifer, go
Yeah, I'm
ahead.
quick.
Okay. I hate that I have to answer this question because I, like, adore both of you.
Sophie's choice. Sorry, go ahead.
I know, but I have to say TJ because when he left, I was absolutely devastated. I think he knows, like, it ruined my date night. I was so devastated when you left, and I was so happy when you came back. And then I just love that you talk about things besides weight loss surgery. I know Phil does too, but I love that you bring up controversial topics, interesting topics, and we agree on a lot of the same things, and I like that about you. Mostly, the thing I like most about you is that you love haters, and you love, like, when people are hating on doing, like, controversial things. I mean, posting stuff like that. I love that too. I get so excited when people are sending me hateful messages.
Hey,
But-
thanks for being Team Me, and I'm really glad that you explained yourself because that means a lot. I wish the others would have went more into depth, but that's okay. Okay, Raquel, you're up.
Team TJ because you're on Facebook and that's where I'm at.
Woo! And I like
you have
orange.
no filter. I love that. You have no filter whatsoever. And
It gets
it's
me in
all out
trouble
there.
Yeah, I
sometimes.
like you too because you like orange.
That's right. The
See,
orange
plot
is the.
thickens.
that's
We
right.
think it's
Ever
going
the
Team Phil,
president?
and it comes back.
I know everything was swinging Team
We're
Phil.
swinging
there
my
for a
way,
while.
but now it's going back the other way.
All right, I don't have anything else. Watch the girls. They're going to be doing. Okay, so let's address this before the drama comes up. So you guys are going to have a first show. It's going to be all 4 of you, and then Alicia and Raquel, you're going to split from the group, right?
I'll be on every now and then.
Every
Yeah,
Not all the time.
yeah.
But, you know,
And,
we'll be on there.
Alicia has apparently commitment issues because she won't commit to any show full time forever. So
I do have commitment issues and stuff. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
going forward,
so
Going forward. Go ahead.
it'll be mainly Christina and Jennifer. The occasional Raquel. I'm sure Alicia will make appearances here or there. They're gonna have guests, but Phil, you're muted, just so you know, bud.
I got a motorcycle going by again.
Okay. So I just want everybody to know it's not that they had a falling out or they're not friends.
No.
It's a pre-planned thing.
We're all still friends. We're all, you know, everything is fine, and you know, me and Raquel just decided that we just have a lot going on in our personal lives, and you know, I have to focus on my weight loss stuff right now, and you know, because I still have a long way to go. So, but we support Christina and Jen all the way. So.
Percent. I'll still be on there. I just won't be on there every week like I had planned. It's hard when you have 3 boys and a full-time job and everything, but I'm going to be...
It's football season. That's what she was.
Oh, yeah. Football season's coming. I know, and she doesn't want to get bashed on for the next 9 months about how much Dallas sucks, but...
I don't like Dallas.
Oh, you're not Dallas?
I actually hate the Cowboys.
So,
I'm putting it out there. I'm here.
Who's your team?
But the Texans, okay? And I know they're probably the worst team out there, but it's my Texans. But anyway, I'll be on there as much as I can. I do look forward to it. It's just not probably going to be every single week.
Okay. We'd like to see more from your husband, by the way. You know, he can join the community. He's welcome.
Let's keep him out of the community.
No, let's bring him in. Bring him in.
Yeah, mine won't.
You know what? So next week, our guest will be Raquel's husband.
Not going to happen.
We got to do a +1 show at some point. Will was supposed to start doing a weekly +1 show, and then he turned into fucking party animal after he became single, so he doesn't have time. He's too deep in the vagina to be able to do anything on the YouTube. Okay, so does anybody else have anything before Phil takes us out?
I just want to also let everybody know that Tanya has agreed to come and visit us once in a while as well, which was very kind of her, and we're excited to, you know, have some time with her and discuss topics and stuff. So I just want to say thank you to Tanya, because she was one of the first people I approached, and she was in, and it was just wonderful of her to be so kind. So thanks, Tanya.
She's pretty vain, so anytime she can get on the camera, she's all for it.
She wanted the camera action, huh? Is that what it was?
That's right.
I just want to.
She'll become the highest appearing guest on your show. That's all I'm saying.
I just want to say
thank y'all for inviting us on and for allowing us to be on here and introduce.
Absolutely. Oh, I gotta plug the. It's a ways out, but May. So in May we're doing the NSV retreat. It's in Georgia. I hope to see everybody there. We're gonna have lots of fun. Raquel, did you commit to it?
I want to go. It's around my birthday, so I'm looking forward to it. I want to go. I'll bring my fishing pole. You know,
okay.
I want to.
Oh man, I've gotten a fish today. The hammerhead shark swam right in front of me. It was so awesome.
I've never been fishing. Okay, so we'll see.
God. It's awesome. Anyway, I'm sorry, Alicia. You were trying to say something. We kept talking.
No, I just said thank you for finally having me on. I you know, been waiting and. No.
Absolutely. Now, was it everything? Everything you hoped it would be?
It was everything and more.
Yeah. You know, I've never been invited. Well, I've been invited on shows, but those shows have never happened, strangely. So yeah, I'll come on your show. I don't know if I can't commit Phil, but I don't know why you wouldn't.
No reason I wouldn't, no.
We want to formally invite you ahead of time, and that way, you know, you're on camera, you're like obligated.
Hey, the last time he committed to something on camera, he backed out of that.
If your show's going to cost $12,000, I won't be appearing on it.
Talking about the Australia trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he committed me to it. I'm like, what are you committing me for?
Because I was all in. We were all in.
We were
and then we decided to sell that house, and so that took that.
Thank you guys so much for having us on. This is totally on my bucket list. Checking it out.
Right on. Well, thanks for coming on. All right, Phil, take us out.
All right, well, I know David's team, Phil, so I feel better. So, thanks for tuning in to Packings Friday. We'll be catching you guys again coming up in the week. I'll be doing a Tuesday update again. They'll be short. I don't have much to say except for every 3 weeks. So,
and
we'll
he's
go from there. And I'm vain. And then since Raquel was team TJ, I'll say one last thing, and then we'll go. Hook 'em.
Good to be the king, man. You got it.
It's good to be the king. All right, get out of here.